He headed over to a nearby rock of sizable dimensions and lifted the stone up, carrying it back to a box. If there was ever a time when the lock had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. With one hit, the stone had completely shattered the rusted lock. He bent back down and opened the lid. Inside was an effigy, a crude figure chiseled from stone. Without too much deliberation, Jasper bent down and picked it up, somewhat surprised how heavy it seemed, given how light the box had felt, having expected to find something more akin to gold or gems. He looked questioningly to the man, hoping to find an explanation. The driver's smile had once again returned. "You are cursed, boy, but deadly is the stone. You have opened that which should never have been opened, and you are cursed." Jasper carried the effigy over to the man and shoved it in front of his face. "What is it?" "That's one." Feeling his disappointment rising to anger now, Jasper tightened his grip on the effigy. "One what, you mumbling a centaur? And in God's name, why have you no purse upon your person?" The man did not seem intimidated. "One pace," he paused for effect. 12 more, and you will be dead." He only had a second to flinch before the effigy struck him in the head, and put an end to his cryptic ramblings. If there was ever a time when the old man had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. Jasper looked down at the sculpted stone figure, now splattered red. Was it cursed? Was he cursed? He had of course heard stories of curses, and had never doubted their validity in the past. But now that he was standing face to face with the possibility of being cursed, his mind pleaded with him to be skeptical. And if he was cursed, what difference would the knowledge make? A dozen more paces would not be enough to find another living soul, to say nothing of the chances of procuring a remedy. If he did not move from where he now stood, he could live maybe another 3 or 4 days, maybe more given the abundance of nearby berries. A plan that, if we ignore its obvious faults, might provide additional opportunities for help to come along. But what good would that do, would be discovered here, beside a body, stolen goods in hand, floated from berries, and waving about a curse that could very well not be real. No, it would most certainly be better to face one's fate now. Take a dozen paces and see if life goes on. Jasper found his legs unable to make that first step. His mind was unable to convince his limb to waste away 1/12 of his life in a single motion. Feeling the desperation sink in, he hopelessly looked around him for a solution. And if, by some stroke of luck, the gods had heard his plea, a miracle materialized before him, as if he found himself suddenly at the end of a fairy tale. 2 white horses and a carriage of golden trim were beside him. The answer to his immediate prayers. He laughed at his fortune, and calculated the short number of paces back to the road. 4. Perhaps only 3 if he jumped. He made a quick survey to see if there was anything he wished to grab before taking the plunge. He thought about removing the driver's fancy coat, as that appeared to be of some value, but the additional risk of undertaking such a task too great a chance. And so, after a profound breath, he took his 2nd, 3rd, and 4th steps. Though they were quite large. Seated now behind the horses, he reached for the reins, and suddenly realized that he was still gripping the effigy. If the curse was real, then it would most certainly be better left here. If, on the other hand, the story was fictitious, there might be some appraisal that could be made of the figure. It was, after all, found within a lockbox, whose typical function obscures objects of value. Having witnessed firsthand the horrors of destitution, Jasper found his mind equally reluctant to allow his hand let go. "It's cursed I die. If not today, then tomorrow. And if I die, what care have I?" And with that statement said aloud, with horses seemingly, Jasper took up the reins with confidence. Bachelor of Nev Blueprints. So, I have been noticing things. I looked through all the stuff again and found a lot of interesting information. Like this. A lot of the text here is written in Erajan, Moaven, Moajai, Ajsay, Seja, the planets too. I feel like I saw that somewhere else, other than here. And unfortunately, the quality of the image is too low for me to read all the text here. all I could make out was one of these here, Fenmore. So that is the name of a planet, and also Morwa is the name of the planet that the realms are on. And this is called Fenmore, so I think Morwa means planet, or more accurately, world. I had that realization very recently because of Morwen, which would mean first world, I think. No, old world. World old. What does it mean that this is called the old world? I'm not sure. I also noticed that a lot of different oceans were named things that include SEI. Here we have Seisha, Ashsei, Orsay, Insay, Eshsay, a lot of different things. So I believe because this word is so similar to the word sea, I think it does mean a sea. Just like how Way means tree and Yate means gate. I also wrote down all the words from this that I don't know, as well as any other ones I find. So those are all there now. I don't know if this word is Erajan or not, but it doesn't seem to be English from the research I did. I searched the word and couldn't find any English word for it, so I'm guessing it's Erajan or something like that. I also realised this planet has 2 moons. Look up here. There's a moon there and a smaller moon orbiting it. Oh, I just realised what that is. The rogue moon. Because that's the devoted moon. Because I can read that text. I couldn't read that. But I just realised that the rogue moon has been referenced before. So I'm guessing that's what that is. The rogue moon. All the stuff in red is new. I realised. I thought about why there'd be two pages that look exactly the same. So I looked at it closer and noticed the surname Whiskel is missing from this page. I'm not sure why, but that is unusual. I didn't find any other differences. I tried to figure out what the root means, and I looked through all the pages here again and found a few things. Firstly, the suspect is A key. That seems very important, but I completely forgot about it. And it also has an image of the network, the remote terminal access. So that is interesting. And the metro map must be important, otherwise why would it be here? I tried following the route on the map and noticed it kind of works, because this is where the dead end would be, and it does seem to be a dead end. Problem is, I have no idea what this means. I have no indication of how this helps in any way. It says to record each stop on the way, but I don't know what that means. Record each stop? I guess this is a stop, but we already know that's Tanner Fork, and that's dead end. I don't know. I know that there's someone named Major Something Key, so that could be related to A key. I spent a while just looking at this, trying to think of anything, and I couldn't get any ideas, other than what I have right now. So Morashai, I don't know what Shai means, but it means something like world... something. Oh, actually we do. Because it means world last, and then I noticed from this letter that there seem to be things like I and D that just add on to whatever's before it, or something like that. Like Eld is a combination of L, which we know is the prefix, meaning me, and then D. I don't know what D means, but it must mean something. But I think it's time to translate. So off means toward, L means me, Aj means first, then Iris. Towards my first something, maybe? I don't know. Could be. Towards me, the first iris. For D could mean my. It could make something... I don't know. It could mean something like that, I think. I don't know. Okay, then it's ul, which we don't know. Ul, me, D, day. Something, me, something, day. Then it's ul, me, the night. Then ul, me, the mower, which is world. Could mean you. You're my day, you're my night, you're my world. Something like that, maybe? I'm not sure. But that kind of makes some sense. I'm thinking that because ul and l are very similar, so me and you, that would kind of make sense. So then towards ul, me, gift. So toward you, to you I gift. That could make sense. To you I gift, then what does this mean? This could confirm it. Me, D, house. My house? Always. I don't know what always means exactly. It could just mean my house in Orris, because I know that's the name of a place. But I don't know for certain. To you I gift my house. I feel like that could work. And it's new day, ul, which I think means you. Or maybe that's your. Away. I don't know your future. Not me. I'm kind of running low on space. New day, your future, not me. I don't know if that works. D probably adds ownership. Because I feel like D was added to... Because D is added to multiple words. So translate. You're my day. You're my night. You're my world. I hope this is correct, because if it's not, then that's kind of annoying. Actually, it's just you. You my day, you my night, you my world. Okay, that should be good. Toward you, me gift. My house. Always. Always. New day. Your future, not me. Your future, not mine. Not mine, maybe. Or maybe your future without me. New day. L is me. My future. Lou. Lou is not you. Your future without me. My future without you. I think so. So I should write this down. So ul means you. And Lou would mean not you. I don't know what I means yet. But But with the knowledge that D indicates ownership, maybe I is something similar. So that could be useful. Towards my first something, then it's Aj el bid. First me. First I bid. It could mean first I bid. Then it's ul. First me bid, you. First I bid, you heed. Okay, that makes sense. First I bid you heed. LD law. L means me. Then so D makes it my. Then law means word. First I bid you heed my word. That makes sense. Right? Ul odd iris. I don't know what odd means. I do know that ul means you. Odd iris. I forgot. Here, I think in and is mean north and south, because up here this is issay. No, that is insay, which would mean north. And also, it's very similar to the words for east and west that I discovered, with the two of the same letter at the end. And that's N and that's S, north-south. Kind of makes sense. But I'm not certain of it. Where did I find this? I do not remember. So Erajan means era last. Ajera means first era, because it's the name of the first era. So why is Erajan named last era? Maybe era means something slightly different? Or maybe it can mean multiple things. Toward north, near future. In would mean north, if I'm right. To the north, a new future. I don't know. I don't know if that's correct. I still don't know what odd means. It could be a direction, because it's similar to east, west, north, and south. Maybe it means up or down. Maybe left or right. HEW is house. Sinclair. House Sinclair, not you. House Epson is not you. I get a feeling that this is towards this person's child. Which, if we look somewhere around here, should be up. Here, Mary Epson. Yes, here. Epson and Sinclair only merged here with Simon and Clara. Okay, so it must be Clara. This must be from Clara. So, House Sinclair is not you. House Epson is not you. Then forget you. Forget your. Ein. I don't know what that means. Ein. In as well. Would mean north. I'm really unsure about north and south. I'm really unsure about that. Then it's your name. Giari. I don't know what that means. Wait a second. Here. Because JE would be the other side of this. Which would make that a prefix and suffix. Okay, so that's good. I still don't know what it means though. Then it's your future. Always. Then. War, which I still don't know. I don't know that one either. Then it's your Ein. Then it's of error, which is towards era. Maybe era just means time. But that doesn't really make sense for Erajan. I don't know. And that means last. Then it's always new future. Navawe means new future. Towards my first. And that could mean child, it could mean daughter, it could mean all sorts of things. This does seem to be directed to a child based on the Sinclair house is not you and the Epson house is not you. That would only make sense if they were a child of both Sinclair and Epson, which would be Mary. Oh, we have a bit more. Word last, which is goodbye. My, Iwis. Then it's your, shower. Okay, so here's what I think. Shower equals mother. I think Iwis means child. Mora, we already know means world. What about N? Where did I find that? Oh, it came from here. Entor. What do we have up here then? I want to find the planets again. Okay, let's finally continue the game. So this is my goal right now. So I need to get the pump room. And that should be good. I also need to access the vault. So I will need another key for it. This one, I don't know if it's anything, but I still want to try. This one, I'll just do that as I play. There must be something with the key. So what do we have? That cannot be true. So this cannot be true. It must be one of the others. So let's say that's true, false. This would be true. If that was true, then this would be true, false. And then this would have to be false, which doesn't line up with this statement on the top. So this must be false, which means this must be true, false, and this must be true. And that all adds up. So gems, great. Okay, yes, this is good. So we have this open. Do any others? Oh, they do. Just this one. March 10th, 1886. Peace. Terms of surrender have been accepted. Okay. Funny. Of course you do. Boyles flee in defeat. Interesting information there. Desilet's princess born in exile. That is interesting. Tensions rise on the southern border. The Crown's recent decision to dismantle the realm's remaining railways. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I guess maybe they're saying, like, we'll keep some of the railways so you can do trade as long as you remove the asylum granted to the former house. That makes sense. Okay. So I guess there's 2 more keys. Huh. Okay then. Oh. Okay, so... And drain exactly one from it. I need to do that because I think the boat needs to be on the other side of the reservoir. So I need to go down and move it. If it went down... Would I be able to get in the boat? Oh, I don't know. I'll do that one. Oh, that cost a gem, but I don't have any gems. Because they're frozen. So do I just have infinite 2 gems now? Or something? I'm not sure how that works. Hopefully that works. Okay, that's kind of what I want. How do I access it, though? How much should we lower it? I can just use this one, actually. It shouldn't be too much, because then it'd hit the stairs. It might be a bit too low, but hopefully not. That might work. I keep trying to speak and it's not working. I think the boat is in a different position too, so maybe. Yes, it's working. Actually, let me walk into water a bit, which I didn't expect. And I looked from up there, and there is just enough water to go through here. Just barely enough. Maybe I managed to get the perfect level for it. What? A locked door beyond the dark quarters. This is from the first vision. This is from the first thing Alzawa told us about. A shore of white sand. What? Okay. A lot of stuff there. Delete it. We found something else like that too. This one. That is very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I think that's Mary. I don't know for certain who the other two are. Maybe Dad, and I don't know who that is. Yep, I've seen. We seek what's in the shade of truth. Oh, there's a key. Great. The crown of the winter will finally return to Oris. May the black shores guide us, Mary. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. This is definitely getting saved. Extremely important information here. Mary was down here for a very long time. The Royal Museum of the City of Fen. Getaway car 136. Manning. White, Farrow and Marigold go there. Manning goes there. Decoy car. Security doors, guards. I'm guessing that's the crown. So, okay, so these were plans. White, Farrow, Marigold and Manning all planned the heist of the Royal Museum of the City of Fen. And I guess they succeeded. That's why Mary disappeared. I wonder why she did that. Stealing the crown. What was the reason for it? Why did she feel the need to do that? I don't know. Royal Station. Oh, so we are here at the Royal Station. Mainway Station. Tanner Fork. No, if that's Tanner Fork. I thought you started there, but I guess you don't. So if you start there and follow the instructions, depart, keep left to Tanner Fork, which is 10, then go right to Dead End. Gonna there, then you go to right to the Dead End. Is that 13? Or it is. It's even called Dead End. That's funny. Okay, so you need to keep track of all the stops on the way. That'd be Royal Station. Then it's number 7, which would be Angel Tower. Then number 3, which is Aries Crossing. Then number 10, which is Tanner Fork. Then number 1, which is Oris Train Hall. Then Dead End. Okay, I am saving all of this. This is so important. Okay, so I have all the stations. Dead End was C. for some reason. So maybe it's... No, that it can't be that. I was thinking it was each of these somehow, but no, there's 6 of them, not 8. So that doesn't work. Dead end was C somehow, for some reason. Oh, I guess it could be X, Y, Z, A, B, C. That kind of makes sense. So maybe this over here is somehow related to that? I don't see how though. Maybe page A means page Tanner. And then word X would be station, because that's first and that's second. No, that one has 3. That doesn't make sense. I feel like I'm gaining information, but I have no idea what to even do with that information. I think that's everything that I can do here for now. Okay, let's just go this way. Use the key. If I had to do one, which one would it be? Vera? Probably Vera. Let's see. Kororika. I don't know the transport. I feel like it's either trains or roads. That feels like it makes more sense. Because they didn't... Nothing about Kororika has suggested they use boats at all. And nothing to suggest balloons. I believe there's a map of the road right here on the side of Kororika, which makes me think it's roads. Roads seems to make sense. So I'm thinking either roads or trains. Does that work? It does. Okay, great. That isn't too much of a surprise. I already knew most of the sigil. It was just the words I was unsure about. Okay, let me see. Interesting. So greens, purples go down. So if you do that, then I can do this, which helps, I guess, somehow. Okay, then that can go there. Then these two can go like that. Then this one will become purple, right? Okay, now we're stuck. I can move down there. Okay, so I need to get an orange down here. Oh, that was really easy. Okay. I feel like I was expecting it to be a lot harder than it was, which is why it took so long. There have been fewer and fewer opportunities the further we travel up into the mountains to attend to my correspondence. And I find myself regretting having brought so many books, as this is the first realm I have visited without porters. Here, every person is expected to carry their own belongings. It's looking like I'll be bringing back less souvenirs than I had planned. I never expected to appreciate the cold, but the frigid weather here is a welcome relief coming from the sweltering shores of Vewa. Okay, so this is after Vewa. That is interesting. I ended up forsaking all but one of my books. A white box. 2 realms have the same colour banner. That's not true. Green memos in white boxes are always lies. I had a realization a while ago that these notes are sort of like the parlor game. One of them is always true, one of them is always a lie, and the other one is either. This will always make dead ends, which I can't have happening. Ah, fuck. Well, I was so close, but... Well... That's something. You know, that would have been really great if I did this before going over here. Because then I could have gotten full house, and that would have been great. There we go. Diary key, now saved. So that is going to be the end of this part of Blueprints, and we will continue next time. A noteworthy chateau. Yep, I think that's the end. Closure.